Guys, so dinner tonight is going to be chicken cutlets. I found some chicken. I think this is Kroger chicken that I had in the freezer. I had already filleted them. I think the last time I got that big packet. So I remember we ate half, I think, grilled, and then I put the other half in the freezer. So that is going to be chicken cutlets. And then I also found in the freezer Puerto Rican beans. So I'm going to make some white rice. We're going to have Puerto Rican beans. I might have to just add some more water to get more sauce. Chicken cutlets and a vegetable. That's dinner tonight. Green beans. And there it is plated. Puerto Rican beans. There's some pumpkin in there. White rice, green beans, and chicken cutlet. No beans. And that's dinner tonight. No beans, no beans, beans.
And oh, we got a cat.
No beans. And that's dinner tonight. Good morning, guys. So today for breakfast, I found this in my pantry. I'm terrible. I'm making fall stuff in the spring. Pumpkin pancakes and waffle mix. So I'm going to make the boys some pumpkin pancakes. I thought I had the coconut one. Oh, the coconut pancakes from Trader Joe's are so good. And I thought I had a box, but I didn't. And I had offered it to the boys and then realized I didn't have one. So they said okay for the pumpkin. So I'm going to make that. Got my griddle out. It's actually the afternoon. That's pretty much when they wake up. But I'm going to make that for them. Use what we have, right? Beautiful day. It finally warmed up a little more. We weren't in the 30s when we woke up this morning. So birds are singing, sun is shining, yada, yada. So that is breakfast for them. Me, I've been making a smoothie, which I'll show you what my smoothie looks like. It's weird, but I'll show you. Yeah. Smells like fall. That one came out a little funky, but I made them nice and thick. They came out good. Smells like fall. They're eating.
I'm not.
That's breakfast. So dinner tonight, I'm doing the breaded chicken thighs. I pull the skin off, and then I put it in breadcrumbs, no eggs. I have my plain breadcrumbs here. I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. And then my last bag of pasta, I have these elbow noodles, and the boys want Alfredo. And I think I have peas somewhere. So that's dinner tonight. This is my Pampered Chef pan. I don't even think they make it anymore. I think they make it, but they have it all pretty now and not, like that. But I have my chicken. I actually pulled off the skin on some and try to trim off some of the extra fat that I saw. And then here's my breadcrumbs with the Italian seasoning. So I'm just going to sprinkle just a little salt on top. I'll get the bottom pieces later. And then literally just put it in breadcrumbs. No egg, no nothing. There's enough fat there that it clings to. And then I put them in my pan. And then I like the skin. Give me this one. I like the skin side. It's nice and crispy. Stick it in. Yep. And then I'm going to do that to the rest of them and stick it in the oven. So I did not have enough room in that one pan because I'm making 12. So I got the 2 pans and I have my oven. Oops. Supposed to be 395, 5 degrees less than what it's supposed to be in order for it to work properly. So 400 in your oven, and I'm going to stick those in there until the thermometer reads, is it 180? I think it is. Yeah, I got to look at that again. But I think it's 180 Or is it one? No. Yeah, I think it's 180. Crap. Now I don't know. I'll find it. And then I'll make the macaroni. And there it is. Still sizzling. Pasta is done. Macaroni Alfredo with peas. Now I made myself a kale salad. Let me plate this bad boy up. And there it is. Dinner.
Din.
We haven't done Alfredo in a while, but this is a good dish. Yeah. That's dinner tonight. Lasagna. So this time I have 2 layers of meat sauce and 1 layer of ricotta because I only had 1 pint of ricotta cheese, and so it wasn't enough for 2 layers. So this is going to be a meaty one, and covering it with foil, and in the oven I have it at 395, 400 in your house, and it's probably going to cook for about 45 minutes. It wows me every time, and it smells so good. So I have fresh parsley from my garden, and I'm going to sprinkle that on, make it green. Parsley is very good for the liver too, for digestion. And I also pulled out some kale leaves. I'm going to make myself a kale salad, but I don't know if I have broccoli or if I should just make a Caesar salad for the boys. Delicious.
Looks good.
Made a plain old kale salad. Literally, it's just kale. I'm going to put some of my lemon oil and blueberry balsamic vinegar because that's all I have left. And look at that masterpiece. Oh my God, it's so good. And then fresh Costco broccoli with some garlic powder and butter in the micro steamer. There it is plated. Mine look really pathetic, but the guys have some nice big pieces.
Yeah,
oh, that's Parmesan
this
cheese.
looks pleasing.
Yeah, that one came out pretty.
Only if it had more cheese.
Yep.
Shush. It deserves more.
Yeah, it's 2 layers of meat, but 1 layer of cheese because we didn't have enough cheese.
What? Excuse
Because someone who shall remain nameless ate them in sandwiches.
Matt, look at him, Matt.
Well, wait, what cheese? Mozzarella?
No, the ricotta.
Oh, now
Someone who shall remain nameless. But that's dinner tonight, and I'm going to have some kale on the side, too.
Yeah, I get
You're the only one that eats sandwiches.
With ricotta cheese in them.
That's what Matthew did.
No.
No, I didn't eat ricotta.
Hey, guys. So tonight's dinner is Arroz con gandules, the rice and beans, Puerto Rican rice and beans. I had those frozen for God knows how long. Salad, and then fish sticks. That's the second half of that bag of fish sticks from Costco. And that's dinner tonight. So there it is, plated up. Fish sticks, arroz con gandules. I got a salad with kale.
looks better.
It ended up everyone having something different. Michael does not like fish, so he has some leftover meatballs, leftover angel hair pasta that we made a Parmesan out of. Got Caesar salad. Sean stuck to the traditional menu. And then Matthew over there does not like arroz con gandules. My grandmother will roll in her grave. But he got white rice with peas. And that's dinner tonight. John is ready for lunch. He has fresh mozzarella with balsamic glaze. That's the balsamic glaze? Yep. Balsamic glaze from Trader Joe's. And he's going to put some salami. What else are you going to put? Do you want some lettuce or something? Chips. Chips on the side.
Some salami.
That would be really good with red roasted peppers, but we don't have any.
You don't have any.
You want kale or lettuce?
Blech.
No? Arugula?
I would put
You want some arugula?
basil.
We don't have basil.
Not basil.
It's not basil weather yet.
Yeah, basil's what I put on my
Yeah.
wraps.
Usually put basil. And that's it then, I guess, right? We don't have any tomatoes. Oh, no, you have tomato relish.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
You're not going to put the tomato relish?
Nope.
Wow, that's probably the least Amount,
I'm
yeah.
gonna put some lettuce. First, I'm gonna warm that up a little bit.
All right, he's gonna warm it up.
Melt it a little bit.
Yeah, usually you have a couple more varieties of things inside it. More than just the two.
Yep.
Mm,
Simple today.
simple. So he put some romaine. We had some
You
leftover
can't see the
romaine.
good stuff on the bottom.
Well, they saw it before you put it on top.
Okay.
Oh, I was filming it before. Yeah, slapped on the salami. And that's it?
That's it.
Yep, he heated it up just to get the mozzarella just a little bit melty. And topped it with the cold lettuce.
See what kind of chips we have.
And then he's going to wrap it up. Yeah, I don't know what kind of chips we have, but... And that's lunch.
The wrap, you gotta get your core into it, as Maniscalco says.
Yeah, we love Sebastian Maniscalco. And that's that. And then chips on the side. Hey guys, tonight's dinner is going to be sausage, peppers, and onions. Me and John are going to have that because I have some leftover stuff. The boys are eating lasagna.
Lasagna!
Yeah, lasagna. I got my onions, I got my peppers, and we have some leftover pasta in here, so I'm just going to make the sausage, peppers, and onions and put that on the pasta. The boys will have lasagna. That's dinner tonight. So I have my Italian primo sausages from Costco cooking up. I put a little avocado oil because these sausages aren't spewing that much oil. I'm going to add my onions and peppers to that side of the pan. And this time I do have some red peppers that I had gotten from like that community pickup, and I just sliced them up and froze them. So I have a mixture of green and red. I'm also gonna throw in a garlic. This is my chopped garlic, so I'll put that in there if I don't make a mess. You get the gist. I'll put the rest of it when I have two hands, and then I'm gonna throw some peppers. I love the red peppers. Got some green ones in there. There we go. And some green. And I gotta chop up a couple more onions. Look at that. So I took out the sausages and I cut them up. So they're gonna continue cooking because they're not fully cooked in the middle. And then the sausages with the peppers, onions, and garlic. I'm going to put a little bit of salt on the veggies. Salt over here. Go. And let them continue cooking. Meanwhile, I have the lasagna heating up in the oven. I'm also going to heat up this spaghetti sauce. I think this actually comes from Aldi's. I got it from that community food pickup. So I'm going to heat that up because the lasagna might be a little dry since it's the second time being reheated. And then I also like to put a little bit of sauce in the sausage, peppers, and onions to throw on the pasta. Now the meat is all cooked. I want to add a little bit of the pasta sauce. That's hot. Ooh. Any kind of pasta sauce will do. Sometimes I've added tomato sauce, but I don't have any right now. I think I'm going to put this in the back burner on a lower flame. Smells good. And there it is, plated. Me and John have the sausage, peppers, and onions on angel hair. Boys are eating lasagna with some broccoli. There's Caesar salad going around.
No, it's ranch. It's ranch.
Oh, it's ranch.
Yep,
And
he's trying
that's
ranch again.
dinner tonight. Guys, so I had these 2 packages of mushrooms and I didn't know what to do with them, and I needed to use them up. So unfortunately, me and John are the only ones that eat mushrooms, and there was like 2 packages, and I'm like, that's a lot of mushrooms. And I didn't want to make another quiche, so I sauteed them, and I figured, oh, maybe I'll just put them in a storage container and keep it in the refrigerator and eat it with something else. But I have a feeling that won't happen. So I was thinking, what can I do with these mushrooms? I put some olive oil in the pan, heated the mushrooms, and so far I added some salt and parsley. Then I thought about it. I figured, I have these crescent rolls. Let me make a crescent braid with the mushrooms. I think Trader Joe's had some kind of mushroom appetizer, like a turnover or something. So I figured that'll be the same. If I put a little bit of mushroom in each triangle and roll it up, I won't be using this whole batch. So I'm going to make it like a braid, bake it, and then I could have it for breakfast. I think I have some provolone cheese, or I could put, I have some Toscano cheese from Trader Joe's. So I'll put some cheese in there, and that'll be a nice little breakfast type of bread to eat, because I like vegetables, and you know, to me that's a good breakfast. I don't know about John and the boys, but to me that'd be a good breakfast. A piece of mushroom buttery crescent roll with I guess for me, tea or lemon water, and for those coffee drinkers, coffee. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. So I opened up the crescent and I made my little slits on each side, because you fold those over to do the braid. And now I'm gonna add my mushrooms in the middle. Oh man, of course I can't do it neatly, but I'm gonna add the mushrooms in the middle. Let me finish that. Mushrooms, and that's not even all of it. I don't know how appetizing that'll be with just like that many mushrooms. I should have put onions and stuff. They're tasty. I'm gonna have to take some off. That's too many. Now, I love the onion flavor, and onions would have been a great addition to these mushrooms, but I literally have 1/2 of onion left, and I'm not going to the store anytime soon, just for an onion. So I want to save that 1/2 onion for another dish. So I'm sprinkling some onion powder. Oops, sorry. Onion powder on it. And I'm going to sprinkle some garlic powder. Give it more flavor. Mushrooms don't have a lot of flavor. All right, let me go find some cheese. Add some Toscano cheese. I'm going to just cut that up and throw that in there. Then you start braiding it. Just cross each flap over. And then you keep going. And then you got this beautiful looking braid. First time I'm ever doing this, like I said, I had a lot of mushrooms. And I guess this is a good way, other than a quiche, to use up extra vegetables that you have. I made one of these one time with green apple, oops, extra flap, green apple and cheddar, or was it Havarti, something like that. You have to cut the apples thin because otherwise they stay crunchy. And I liked it, but my boys didn't like it. So the oven's going to 345 on my oven, 350 in yours, and I'm gonna bake it until it's golden. And look at that. Beautiful. Hopefully it tastes good. It's a lot of mushrooms, but it looks good. I will have a taste of it. Turn off the oven. But otherwise, it's going to cool, go in the refrigerator, and I'll probably have it for breakfast. But I definitely have to try it now. A piece. I'm going to give it a try. Looks like I could have put more mushrooms, but you don't want it too mushroomy. But I'm going to try. So this was really tasty. Just enough mushrooms. I think the piece I had was just because it was the butt. But I could have put more cheese. I didn't taste the cheese. The onion powder and the garlic powder gave it a really nice flavor. It would be even better with real onions, but like I said, I don't have it a lot, so I'm kind of, saving them. The half that I have left. We'll probably go shopping beginning of May because we do have enough meat from that huge Costco haul that actually lasted us the whole month. I still have some meat to make a couple dinners, and then it'll be May. So, yeah, that was good. Give it a try. So dinner tonight is empanada meat that I had frozen. See, it's good to cook in big batches, and then you freeze, and then it makes a second dinner easier. A salad, which we had gotten some nice looking cucumbers and tomatoes, and white rice. Simple, easy peasy. That's dinner tonight. And Sean is making an actual burrito with his.
Sing.
That's not Puerto Rican.
I don't care.
But
like
look at
burritos.
that. See, that's a pretty plate. Salad.
That
rice,
is mine.
And then there's his. He puts his salad in a bowl.
On the side, then on the plate.
And that's dinner. So tonight for dinner, I'm making those pork chops, those breaded pork chops from the pork loin from Costco that I got the recipe from my favorite chef, Chef Rob in New York. And I have some potatoes here. So I'm going to chop these up and roast them. And then I have to make my own breadcrumbs because I have none. So I toasted up some bread we had in the refrigerator. And I'm grating them into breadcrumbs. I'll add my Italian seasoning and some salt. And that's what you got to do. It's almost like depression cooking, So that's dinner tonight. Cut up these little round potatoes that I got from Costco. I'm going to drizzle some avocado oil, some salt, and I think I'm going to put some of this blend in, give it some flavor. There you go. Change it up. I usually put like garlic powder and onion powder, but I'm going to put some of my spice blend. Then stir it up. Okay, I might need 2 hands for that. And put it in one of my pans, my roasting pans, and bake it. I had to make a corner here for my broken Pampered Chef pan. Gotta do what you gotta do. I refuse to throw this one out yet. Meat is all cut up. Got my mayonnaise and mustard that I'm gonna mix together, and my breadcrumbs. Ooh, and I need eggs. Oh my goodness, slippery. And I have garlic oil on the pan. And in they go till they look done. These smell so good. So I pulled them out. I think it's only been about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to flip them because I want them crunchy and toasty on each side. So the only vegetables we have left are canned green beans. So I actually add bacon, and I'm adding a little garlic oil.
Making it unhealthy.
Yeah, well, it's gonna... Not a fan of the can. Put it in the microwave. Hopefully that'll taste better. And look at that. Pork chops. Some of the breadcrumbs came off. And green beans and bacon. That's dinner. Let me plate it up. And there it is, plated up. That's dinner tonight. Good morning. So today is April 27th. Boys are still sleeping. John's working in his office. And so I'm going to make the boys sausage balls. I'll link the video that I did below. But I have 2 of these mild breakfast sausages. Tennessee Pride. I think Jones also makes that stuff all as well. And then I'm going to shred a cup of cheese and a cup of buttermilk pancake mix from Trader Joe's or Bisquick. Usually it's made with Bisquick. I use that, and that's it. 3 ingredients, $3.75, and you bake them until they're golden and sizzly. And that's really simple recipe. So I haven't done this in a while, and the boys do like it, so I'm going to make it for them. So when they wake up, they'll wake up to the smell of sausages cooking in the house. And then I'll go do my yoga. So there it is. There is the 2 chubs, 1 cup of buttermilk pancake mix from Trader Joe's, and a cup, or maybe a little more than a cup, of shredded cheddar. And now I'm going to mix it all up with my hands and roll them into meatballs and put them on my dish. And I got to put the oven to 375. 370 in my oven, 375 in everyone else's. There they go. They made 15 sausage balls. And they're done and sizzling. They do produce a lot of oil. But it took about 30 minutes to bake, especially at this size. I made them pretty big. So that's breakfast for the boys. So tonight for dinner, not 100% sure what I'm doing, but I do have a whole chicken. So I did remove the skin, except for the wings and the legs, because that's a little tedious. And I have it in my Instapot. I'm going to throw in a cup of water and set it and forget it. There you go. So I need it on, what does it matter? Manual. And because it is thawed, I had it in the refrigerator for like 3 days. I could do it for 1 hour instead of 90 minutes. 90 minutes would be frozen. 1 hour, not frozen. And then I'm gonna do something with the meat. Not 100% sure. And there it goes. Oh, and you gotta make sure your thing is on sealed. Nope, that's vent. Sealed. There you go. I always forget that part. See you in an hour, chicken. Oh, I made some elbow macaroni. That is officially my last bag of pasta. I made Alfredo sauce. So some garlic and butter. Add heavy cream, which was the last of my heavy cream. And I added, I grated the Pecorino Romano or Parmesan, which was the last of my Parmesan Pecorino Romano Italiano cheese. There's my chicken. It's not the last of my chicken. I do have some more chicken, but I'm going to pull the meat off the bone. I mean, when you do it in the Instant Pot, it just falls right off. So I'm going to take some chunks of the meat, throw it in that pot, and make a salad. And that's dinner tonight. The problem with making these whole chickens in the Instapot is that it literally just falls apart. You can't lift the chicken off, and there's sometimes tiny bones, so it's hard to get chunks of meat. You know what I'm saying? That's the only pain in the ass, is trying to pick out the bones. Not the most exciting dinner, but it's dinner, and it's using what we have. Alfredo mac with some chicken. There's a few peas in there. I did find like 25 peas.
That's it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's still too many.
Can't even see them. My
Still too
goodness.
many. I can see them.
And I made a nice salad. Let me plate it up. And look at that. It actually looks pretty now. And look, there's a few peas. I found the peas. But that is dinner tonight. So the dressing we're using, I had gotten, because the Caesar dressing that I usually buy, like a Marzetti's, they didn't have any. So I got Paul Newman's, and the boys do not like the Paul Newman's. So I've been mixing it with that big mammoth container of ranch that you get from Costco, that lifetime supply of ranch dressing. So they're eating it like that. So that's good. That's dinner tonight. Hey guys, so I know it's not fall, but I have 10 apples, and honestly, they don't look the sweetest. It's not their season. These were given to us. I don't even know what kind of apples they are, but I have 10 of them. They're not huge, but instead of making more apple pie crisp, I wanted to make apple butter. Yeah, apple butter. From what the recipes say, it seems pretty easy. It's like whipping cream. When you go beyond whipped cream, it turns to butter. So from what I'm hearing, when you go beyond applesauce, it turns to apple butter. And use a crock pot for like 8 to 10 hours on low. So that's what I'm going to do. My husband John and one of my sons Matthew are apple pie lovers. So apple butter is right up their alley. They love smearing it on toast, on English muffins. They even like putting it on French toast to give it that little extra. So I'm going to peel these and core them, and I guess chop them and throw them in the crock pot. I found a recipe by the Chunky Chef. The Chunky Chef. It's funny. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, so I'm going to link that below. And yeah, it's going to be very easy. I guess going all day. I wish I could have started it earlier. So it'll be done by 8 o'clock at night, maybe 10. Who knows? So yeah, it's going to be exciting. I've been wanting to do that for quite a while and just never did. So here's the recipe by the Chunky Chef. It's like a tongue twister, my goodness. 3 pounds of apples, soft or sweet variety, so like a Gala or Fuji, which might be what I have. 2/3 cup light brown sugar and 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, cloves, a little bit of lemon juice, some salt, and a dash of apple cider. I don't think I have any apple juice or anything like that. Basically, when I was reading the article, it's like you're making apple pie without the pie. So let's go over here. Got my crock pot. I washed, peeled, cored, and diced all those apples. Yeah, I made quite a bit. I didn't think it would. I wasn't sure if it would fill this crock pot. So let me start adding some of the sugar and the spices and get it going. In fact, you know what? Let me get it going now. I think they said on low. For like 8 hours. Let's do 8 hours. Get that going. Okay, and let me get the sugars. So I added 2/3 cup brown sugar, 1/2 cup sugar, regular sugar, pinch of salt, This is the lemon juice I have. Oopsie. It's organic lemon juice. So I'm going to do a little splash, like a teaspoon's worth. And then I did have apple juice. Oh, it's not opened. There you go. Ooh, one hand. Look at me. So I did have some apple juice, not apple cider. So I'm going to add a splash of that. I think they said like a quarter or a third cup. And then, not following the recipe. I know, Tamara, I know. I have cinnamon. Sprinkle that in there. A little more. And then I have this spice from the Savory Spice Shop, Georgia Peach Spice. There's no peach in it, but it does have nutmeg, allspice, and all that other stuff. It smells just like pumpkin pie spice or apple spice. I only have a little bit left, so I'm going to throw the rest of that in there because I don't have nutmeg separately. And that's it. 8 to 10 hours on low. And then they said when it's maybe halfway, or when the apples, I guess, are soft, you can cool them down and put them in a blender, or use an immersion blender. Blend it and then continue to cook it so that more of the liquid comes out. Otherwise, then it's just applesauce. So I'll be doing that at one point. So it's been about 3.5 hours, a little more. The house smells like apple pie. It smells really good. They feel soft. I think they're okay to start. Let me see. Oh, that's going to be hot. Hold on. Okay. Fork. Yep, they're soft. Okay, so I'm going to get my immersion blender and blend it and let it continue cooking. So that took a while. There's a couple of chunks, but look at that. See, I got a couple apples I didn't get. I had to tilt the whole thing pretty tilty to get the immersion blender going. But yeah, look at that. It's very velvety. I don't think it's ready yet. So it still has at least 4 more hours. And then when it cools, I put them in jars. So the apple butter is ready. John's using it on a bagel.
No. First lane.
See, and look at the consistency. It's rich and thick.
Why are you trying to grab it? Look at her.
Just gonna put it in a jar. Oh, I didn't even see her sitting there.
She's putting her paw up there.
Now she's on film. She's not gonna do it.
She's doing it.
She was about to.
Yes. So there it is. It made 2.5 jars. Good stuff. Good stuff. They said it tastes like apple pie on a bagel. John and Matthew both had it. They really liked it. First time making apple butter. So yeah, I had to let it cool overnight. And then it was actually over. It was done probably in like 6.5 hours. I guess because maybe I didn't have the full 3 pounds of apples, but I let it cool overnight. I just left it out covered, and since there's no dairy in it, it was fine. Just jarred it up this morning. The boys actually really enjoyed it. So yeah, now you know what to do with all those extra apples that are just sitting around. Either make applesauce or keep it cooking and make apple butter. So that's it. I hope you enjoy it. The link's below with the actual recipe that I did this from, the Chunky Chef, tongue twister. And I hope you enjoy it. Ciao.